Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Financial Intelligence. I'm your host, Joseph Wallace Conley, and today's topic of discussion is going to be Economics 101, Monetary Velocity. Well, like I said before every video, I'm not a financial analyst or a financial advisor. I'm just a student of basic financial education. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, prices of goods and services have been going up exponentially. Well, why? Well, obviously because of all the currency that was printed since March of 2020, but also because of monetary velocity. So what is monetary velocity? Very simply, the speed at which currency changes hands. Or the velocity of money is the frequency at which one unit of currency is used to purchase domestically produced goods and services within a given time period. In other words, it is the number of times $1 is spent to buy goods and services per unit of time. If the velocity of money is increasing, then more transactions are occurring between individuals in an economy. The frequency of currency exchange can be used to determine the velocity of a given component of the money supply, providing some insight in whether the consumers and businesses are saving or spending their money. So very simply, here's a chart. As you can see, here we are. Velocity was, it was kind of slowing down, like central banks were preparing, but then boom, this was the lockdowns. As you can see, it immediately killed velocity, and then you can see it's starting to slowly trickle back up, little by little. You can get this information from the Fed, that's Federal Reserve Economic Data.com. Very, very amazing website, ladies and gentlemen. You can look at everything from bonds to the consumer price index to the money supply. By the way, I do have that. As you can see, here we are. This is the M2 money supply. As you can see, velocity was killed here, but now look, currency was still being printed there. All right, which is a reason for now, like I said, velocity is now starting to pick up, which is the reason why we're starting to see prices of goods and services go up, or shall I say inflation. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, during the pandemic, what did people do during times of uncertainty? They saved their currency. All right, and then on top of that, the central bank rolled out stimulus checks. And so we went through a deflation. Understand, the system can collapse under a deflation as well. So I actually do have, the chart that showed the amount of people who saved their currency during the initial lockdown in March of 2020. As you can see, look how high it originally spiked during March of 2020. Everybody, panicked and started saving their currency, and now, from all that stored up energy from people's savings and the stimulus checks and the child tax credits are now starting to come out of hiding. And that is why we're seeing this massive jump in inflation. Remember, the definition of inflation is an expansion of the currency supply. Well, here we go. All these dollars coming out of nowhere, all that stored up energy starting to go back into the economy. Prices are going up. And here's the thing. Remember, the system is designed for the central bank to keep printing. They cannot stop, and they're not going to be able to control velocity unless they take extreme measures like they did before, and we go to another lockdown. But I highly doubt they'll still be able to change. They'll change, because once you change the psychology, it's over. All right, so now, that's why right now the Fed is panicking. They're on a rock between a hard place. They can't taper. If they raise interest rates, the system crashes. If they continue to allow things where they are, we run inflation. If they lower rates, we run through hyperinflation. Just look what's going on right now with the Turkish lira right now. Also, here's a formula. As you can see, velocity and time was this. The price level in time, and then the money. If I said this is a nice little formula, you can look that up. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to show you to keep an eye on velocity. Keep an eye on monetary velocity. Because once it speeds up, hyperinflation is coming around the corner. So watch this. This is one of the things I'm keeping an eye out for. I mean, understand the financial system can crash in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be doesn't have to be exactly monetary velocity. It can be remember, these countries around the world, remember, we export our inflation. They can just send their dollars back, or it can be some type of can be what do you call that, a bank bail-in, or it can be a run on the bank, or there could be some type of natural disaster, or the housing bubble could pop, or the stock market could pop. There are so many different variables that could have this system come crashing down once and for all. But me personally, I'm looking at monetary velocity, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Like I always say, please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment. But like I always say, please self-educate and educate others. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.